Slayed. No comment. Slayed. Partially slayed. Merry Christmas. Literally traumatizing.
Oh, my heart's breaking.
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Let the past die. Kill it if you have to.
Hey guys and gals, it's Bill Griff here. I know it's been a minute, but you saw the thumbnail. You know what this is. This is huge, guys. This is the biggest Criterion haul I have ever done by a long shot. This is like almost $1,000 right here. I'm dropping over 1,000, I think. Someone can do the math down in the comments, but man, I went hard because I knew I had to get back here. I had to come back and tell you guys how I've been, how you've been, most importantly, and to let you know that the Criterion sale came and went. I mean, you saw a brief glimpse into my Barnes & Noble trip, but alas, I wasn't allowed to film there. Someone caught me. Someone snuck by and caught me, so they watched me like a hawk. I could not film, but you will see all the films I got. I have them all organized, spine number order. Before I get into this haul, I would really appreciate and love if you guys subscribed, and it would help me out a ton. It would let me know you're interested in this kind of content. And also, please comment down below and let me know if I should do an updated Criterion collection video, because I have gotten a lot more since the last one. Almost doubled, in fact. So I think it might be high time. So please let me know down below if you would like that. And with that being said, let's get right into this haul. I'm going through these quick, okay, because we've got a lot. We've got spine number 5, The 400 Blows from Francois Truffaut. This is a film that I absolutely love. You know, this is the OG Boyhood in a sense. It's so fucking, oh god. It's just so fucking guttural, powerful, and it makes you really pissed off at parents. You know, these have some of the worst parents you'll ever see in film. And I never thought I would enjoy a French New Wave film, because I'd watched a few, aside from Jacques Demy, and been like, I don't know. Oh, and Jean-Pierre Melville. Well, I'm a fucking liar, I guess. It seems like, because I like a lot of French New Wave. But this, I think, this is among one of my favorites. So, you know, I had to pick this up. And so early in the collection, oh my lord. I had to do it to him. Okay, right there. That looks good. Cool. We have got another French film here. 35, Diabolique, Henry Georges Clouzot. A lot of 50s movies too, look at that. I also really enjoyed this. I feel, okay, a running gag here is that most of these films I picked up, I really enjoyed. So this is no different. Diabolique, one of the most, it's just such a fucking thrilling mystery. How to Get Away with Murder, one of those kinds of films. Now that I'm looking at it, there's not a lot of supplements in this, special feature editions, but that's okay. The film is good enough. If you've not seen this film, definitely check this out if you're a fan of Hitchcock thrillers, scary movies, horror, psychological thrillers. Oh, yes, Shutter Island, the most underrated film of all time. One of the best. TikTok voted one of the best films ever. Check that out. 36, this is another Henry Georges Clouzot film, The Wages of Fear. I'm looking at this sticker, I'm thinking like director approved. This man from 1953, you tell me this director approved this Blu-ray, but all right. Sure guys, but ooh, just look at this cover. Oh, it has one of the best covers in the Criterion collection. Man, this is French, by the way. Oh, you see right there, yes. Wow. I also just saw the remake of this from William Friedkin, Sorcerer. That was also pretty good, but I can't help but say that the original is just knocks it out of the park in terms of its theatricalities, the set pieces, the anxiety-inducing tension. Oh, it's so rewarding. 62. This is now the 4th French film in a row we've got here. The Passion of Joan of Arc, and now officially the oldest film. There's a new light you can see right there. The oldest film I have in my collection now. You know I had to buy this one. You know I had to get this. It's iconic. Absolutely iconic cinema. Only 81 minutes long. Le Passion de Jean d'Arc. Oh, Passion. I don't even know how that's pronounced. The French people in here in the comments, let me know. But wow, I'm so glad to have this in my collection. It's such a fucking great film. It truly is. It has some of the best close-ups of an actor performance you'll see. I'm sure a ton of actors emulate this kind of energy that this actress, oh no, Renee Falconetti. Oh wow, what a legendary performer. Honestly, so fucking good. Yeah. What's next? I'll tell you what's next. 133, The Vanishing. See, you don't see that. It looks like just a bunch of dots, right? But, oh, take it back, take it back. Take it back now, y'all. That's a face. Looks like a face. Oh, I did originally have this in my collection, but I sold it when I sold a ton of stuff. And one of the few films that I knew I had to repurchase because it just stuck with me. It's also sort of French. Oh my lord. Another French film, technically. This film has just stuck with me in my head ever since I watched it. It's like a fine wine, you know? It just gets better and better as you think about it. Yeah, Mexico. Mexican cinema right there. I also want to tell you guys that 217. When you don't see the price tag show up on this, that's because these films were actually purchased during a flash sale haul that I did earlier back in March, but I've been saving them all. I've been collecting them, hiding them away in a cache to unload for this huge haul. So just letting you guys know why the price tag from Barnes & Noble isn't here, because these ones are from the official Criterion website. Anyways, Yasujiro Ozu, Tokyo Story. I absolutely love this film. What hasn't been said about this film? Oh my god. It has one of the best familial generational portrayals you'll see. The story dynamic between the children and the parents. This is just Ozu at his finest. He is so great at treating the multi-generational family with such emotion, but not just explosive energy. It's just quiet devastation, which I absolutely love that sort of theme in his films. Yeah, although my favorite is Good Morning, which is the absolute unhinged goofiest one of his filmography. 230. 3 Women. Oh my gosh, from Robert Altman. Robert Altman, as Mitchie would say. This is really, really fantastic. Such a fantastic film with Shelley Duvall and Sissy Spacek. These girls are given powerhouse performances in this movie. It's so weird. When I watched this film, I couldn't understand what it really was about or what it was gearing towards. I bonked it, sorry. It felt kind of like a Persona homage that Robert Altman was trying to do here. It was just so fascinating. So I knew I had to pick it up so I could rewatch it and think about it more, really. I love those movies that just leave you a little baffled with life. Look at that, it's really stacking up. Oh my god. 336. I had to do a 4K upgrade of Dazed and Confused. One of my favorites of Linklater. My boy Linklater. You gotta admit, the timelessness in this film, it's, well, actually not timelessness. This is quite the opposite. It is a straight up time capsule of a film, but it's like it transports you. It's so fun. It's so light. It's just poppy. It also shows you the negativities of the 70s era and just how the youth were raised. back then and how kind of nothing really has changed in a sense. And of course, Matthew McConaughey, all the other actors, that it looks so weird seeing them so young in this film. I'm sure Linklater loves rewatching this film, being like, wow, I should make a movie about that. Anyways, 384, this is a blind buy from me. Vengeance is Mine, from this guy from Japan, 1979. I believe this is the guy from Mishima, A Life in 4 Chapters. This is Mishima, or the actor who plays him, Ken Ogata. Wow, that was pretty good for me. I took a piece of advice from my friend Various Spaghetti when he told me to just kind of blind buy something, just out of the blue. And this is the one I went with because I knew absolutely nothing about it. And I do love Asian cinema, so it kind of just, out of the blue, it's like this genre, charming lady killer, okay, thief, murderer, on the run. It seems like it could be my cup of tea, so I wanted to check this out. And this Criterion seems a little heavy for some reason. Might have a thick little Sun Tzu Art of War book in there, perhaps. This one, however, I did see all 4 hours of it. 484, Gendarmerie 23, Croix du Commerce, 1080 Bruxelles from Chantal Ackerman. What a phenomenal character study, really. It's so interesting. It's so beautiful. I was trying to think of a very lugubrious word to describe this film, but I'm drawing a blank, just like Jeanne Dielman probably feels when she cooks. Oh my god, when the potato fell, it was like more intense than the Oppenheimer explosion, straight up. 576, one of the few South Korean films. Oh, looks like someone got pissed off and splooged on the plastic. That's great. But this is one of the few Korean films in the collection, and I truly think that Criterion needs to add more. Oh my gosh, what are they doing? They're sitting on gold mines, especially with The Handmaiden from Park Chan-wook. They literally can grab that out of thin air because they have the Amazon Prime rights. Anyways, Lee Chang-dong, although I love Burning more, Secret Sunshine is still so impressive. It's one of the best looks at grief I've seen in film. You know, I've been there, done that with grief, and this film handles the 5 stages so well. This lady is so good in her performance. And it's got Song Kang-ho, who plays a silly little guy, silly little mechanic guy. Anyways, we're gonna start the second stack with my boy Rock Hudson in 667 Seconds. One of my favorite movies, Gaspar Noé said when he held this up. This is so insane. Like, one of the most insane movies I've seen. One of the best psychological thrillers. If you've not seen this film, what the heck are you doing, guys? You gotta get on this one. Seconds is so crazy. It deals with existentialism in a way I've never really seen before. It also harkens to the Cronenberg era. I feel like Cronenberg was greatly inspired from this film. Not just the body horror, but the way in the way he depicts like corporations as villains. And this movie's all about this corporation that gives rich people a second chance in life. Mind the train there in the background, you know, city life. But anyways, Rock Hudson is exactly this, a revelation in this sinister sci-fi film. Wow. Oh my gosh, so good. I'm just thinking about it right now and it gets me just so hyped to watch it again. 691, Thief Michael Mann, come on. My boy Mann, he loves blue, as you can see. I like blue as well, so we get along that way. It's Thief. I mean, what do I need to say? But, oh my god, this is thick, dude. I could knock someone out with this. 729, Jacques Tati. Oh my gosh. the complete Jacques Tati. Wow. Such great films. I love, okay, my favorites, obviously Playtime, Mon Oncle, Jeu de Fête, ou maybe Trafic, I don't know. A lot of them. I love a lot of them. I love what this guy does with comedy. What Greta Gerwig said earlier, I just watched a video where she talked about the Jacques Tati films and how they inspired Barbie. He's the king of the slow joke, like just the slow burning, just like beating a dead horse to the point with all of his humor, and I absolutely love that about him. So good and so thick. This is such a thick box, man. Oh, that was about to be a cardinal sin. I was gonna put it upside down. Next up, we got another fun film. I needed to get some more fun ones, guys. 738 Tootsie, Dustin Hoffman, iconicism, and also a great critique on television lifestyle. And gosh, what news networks probably are, really. They care all about ratings, and oh my gosh, so good. It's such a funny film with such a smart thing to say. That's such a smart message behind it. Uh-oh, what is this we got here?
I've seen this raw strength only once before. It didn't scare me enough then. It does now.
Yep, you best believe, guys. Holy shit. I decided to do it. What is this? What is this cringe? 787? I got jellyfish eyes. Oh my gosh. I know what you're thinking, but what the fuck? Why did you do this? Why did you do this? This is considered the worst film in the Criterion collection. I don't care. I wanted to do it for the meme. I wanted to buy it and actually see if it's good. Plus it's only $15. Like, it's only a Big Mac. It's only a boneless pizza from Papa Murphy's, okay? Or Papa John's, whatever. 2013. I didn't know this was made like so recent too. And I thought this was like an animated film, but apparently it's about like little like sprite things that are animated, like jellyfish. Well, duh, but I don't even know. I don't know. It looks so weird. It looks like a feverish Studio Ghibli acid trip. I want to check it out though. I bought jellyfish eyes. Oh my gosh. 811. Not a very fun film. The Naked Island from Kaneto Shindo. He also did Koroneko and Onibaba, which is my personal favorite of his, but The Naked Island is such a... it's a heartbreaking film. It's a Debbie Downer faux show, but I love just how different this is from his other films. He has made such stark differences in his filmography. Like, the Onibaba looks nothing like The Naked Island. And the way that this film is shot, the fact that it's just a family alone on this island and they have to survive based off the crops that they grow, and they have to oh my god, they have to take a boat, they have to like canoe all the way over to the mainland to get fresh water to water their crops. Like, that's how down bad these people are, and it just made me appreciate that I don't have to do that. And yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, I just read this like briefly in the back. There's no dialogue, like barely any dialogue in this film, and it's so fucking moving. There are scenes that made me tear up because of how emotionally devastating this is. Oh man, Asian cinema, what would we do without you? Speaking of Asian cinema, the opposite, African cinema. 852, Black Girl. I want to shout out my friend Eugenio because he made me rewatch this film, and I'm so glad I rewatched it because there's so much I picked up on a rewatch, and it's a film just like The Vanishing, where the more you think about it, the more you appreciate the art, the way this film is shot, also the behind the scenes, like the making of this, and just the importance of it, because there aren't a lot of African films I've seen, let alone ones of the Criterion collection, so I definitely want to keep this in mind. The same way I have Passion of Joan of Arc. Just something important to cinema history. And yet another French film to add. 983, War and Peace by Sergei Bondarchuk. Holy guacamole, guys. This is one of the best things I've ever seen in my whole life. Earlier this year, I decided to sit down out of nowhere. I was like, you know what? I'm going to watch War and Peace. I'm going to dedicate 7.5 hours of my life to watching this thing. And I did. It's fantastic. It's Barry Lyndon on crack. It's Barry Lyndon for Chads, if you will, because the costumes, the cinematography, the lighting, the atmosphere, oh, the romance, the steaming romance, and the fierce graphic intensities of war. As a parallel, oh my gosh, and with 3 rock hard, just solid performances that deal with so many aspects of the human condition. This is essential. Like, this is so fucking essential in cinema, dude. If you've not seen War and Peace, oh my gosh, I'm literally gonna link it in my video in the description, because Mosfilm uploaded all 4 parts to War and Peace in 4K, and it looks fucking fantastic. It looks outstanding. It's one of the best things you'll ever see in your whole life. I swear to you. I swear that War and Peace is one of the best things ever made. There are battle scenes that take thousands of extras in like single shots, sweeping shots that will make you scratch your head and be like, what the heck? How did these people do this? And when you hear that the director, who's also the star of the film, mind you, and who also wrote the film, mind you, suffered multiple heart attacks while filming this, you'll understand what I mean. This is insane. This is such an important film. Truly is. And one of the best Criterion releases you could ever get. Speaking of which, 1018, Paris is Burning is another fantastic film in the Criterion collection that everyone should check out. And I implore you to. From Jenny Livingston, this is a film that tackles the drag queen groups in New York City. It is very eye-opening. It really is, because I didn't know much about the drag movement in New York. Not at all, really. And once I saw this, it was just so eye-opening, so fucking enthralling and fun, too. Like, it's a mixture of fun. It's fun and just also lugubriousness. It really is just so incredible. Like, what a great documentary. Really is. And oh my gosh, like barely over an hour and 10 minutes. It flies by. The soundtrack is insane. Like, the amount of the song choices they do, the characters, all the people, well, they're not characters, they're human beings. Like, all the people in this film are so eclectic and wild and fun. And wow, Paris is Burning, such a great film, and I'm so glad to have this in my collection. We're starting the 3rd stack too. Oh my god, guys, we're almost done. Oh, 1038, Marriage Story. I had to buy it again. There you go. We all know that movie. It's okay. I can move on. 1125, The Funeral from Juso Itami, the guy who did Tampopo. I like this film, almost as much as Tampopo. It's such a silly and fun look at the funeral, at a patriarch's funeral, and the family, all the weird, kooky Wes Anderson-esque characters around here, or I should say Itami-esque characters. Aside from one scene that I didn't like, this film is like almost flawless from front to back. Really is. And tons of fun. Surprisingly, for a movie called The Funeral, it is fun. It truly is. Ah, yes. 1126. I need to shout out my friend Blair. Blair from the Misfit Pawn for buying this for me on 4K for Christmas. So thank you, Blair. I love you very much. Double Indemnity. What an iconic film. Straight up. Fred McMurray and Barbara Stanwyck. Barbara Stanwyck is such a great actress. She really is. I just saw her in a film. not too recently. I don't remember what it's. Oh, probably it'll show up right there. Thank you, post editing Bill. But wow, Double Indemnity is such a great film, and I'm so glad to have this restoration in my collection now, because this is one of the best Criterion 4Ks you could pick up. It really is. Like, the quality of the picture looks insane, and I believe it's got does it have HDR? Yep, Dolby Vision. Oh man, of course, gotta pick it up. 1127. This is Mississippi Masala from Miranair. I just recently watched this because I saw Sarita Chowdhury's closet pics, the Criterion closet pics, and she seemed like a really interesting person, had a lot to say about film, so I wanted to check this out. And wow, I was really blown away with how good this romance film was, with the young Denzel, with oh, I forget the lady who plays her mom, but she's in a lot of Satyajit Ray's films, like The Hero and Devi. She plays Devi, the reporter in The Hero. I'm trying to look at her. If it says her name. Oh, it might say it down there. Rashawn Seth? I believe that's her. I think so. I don't know. But a really good film, basically. Really good. You should check it out. Ooh, baby, we got a box set here. 1159, the Infernal Affairs trilogy. When this got announced last year, I was so hyped. You guys have no idea how hyped I was, because I love the first Infernal Affairs. I have not seen the sequels, mind you, but now that I've got this, I'm checking it out. And love Tony Leung, love Hong Kong cinema, Hong Kong action, and in particular, Criterion. What are you doing? Please bring Hard Boiled to 4K. Please, I beg of you. But yeah, Infernal Affairs, great cinema. 1160. Malcolm X from Spike fucking Lee. Say what you will about the man, but he knows how to make a good movie. It's a good movie, I would say. And Malcolm X is, I think, one of the best biopics I've ever seen. It's up there with Raging Bull and, oh yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody as one of the best out there. So, yeah, Malcolm X, oh my lord. Speaking of oh my lord, we've got 1161. You know I had to do it to him, guys. I had to get Wall-E. I had to do it. I do like Wall-E, though. It's not like Jellyfish Eyes, where it's probably going to be a poopy movie. This is a really good movie. It's a great look at humanity and what's going to happen here with our pollution, our polluted, choked up world that we're living in. And I just love that Andrew Stanton was just like, hey, I want Wall-E in the collection, and then went to the ends of the earth to make it happen. I am praying Brad Bird does the same with Ratatouille, perhaps? The Iron Giant, perhaps? More animation, Criterion? What the heck are you doing? You're literally sitting on gold. They don't understand it, guys. 1175. Inland Empire, A Woman in Trouble, from David Lunch. The Lunch Man himself. I had to get this film, of course. Like, this is like the first time it's ever been released in a Blu-ray format with this kind of restoration. I'm excited to see what it looks like. How the hell did they take that potato-ass camera and restore it to this form? I would really love to see. It's a 4K restoration, so maybe a 4K would come up in the future, but sadly there's only a Blu-ray available right now. But yeah, Inland Empire, of course, I had to get a lunch. 1178. Triangular Sadness just came out last year. I'm not the biggest fan of the cover, but I am a biggest fan of the movie, and I do think it deserved the Palme d'Or. The Palmwood door, the Minecraft door. Ruben Ostlund, I saw some, what was it? What did they describe it? Master of social discomfort. That's definitely agreeable. That's an agreeable description of the man. This film was so hilarious. When I saw it in theaters, I laughed so hard, especially at the vomiting sequence, the shit vomit sequence. Who knew that poo humor and vomit humor could be this high class and this much of a social critique? Succession if it was a cruise movie. It's so fun. It's so fun. And I love Woody Harrelson as the captain. Love his performance. And love Charles B. Dean. Rest in peace. Gone Too Soon. 1180. Thelma and Louise 4K. I was shocked, to say the least, when Criterion announced this in their collection, but it was a welcome shock. I think that this is a great inclusion into the collection. It's a film you kind of forget about from the 90s, and it's really one of the best road trip films you could have, honestly, with such great performances from Susan Sarandon and Gina Davis. They don't include my boy William Pitt, Bill Pitt, Brad Pitt, but yeah, I'm glad to have this in the collection. In mine, too. And oh my lord, the cover looks so good. Guys, you don't understand. The cover is so good. Okay, oops. It's getting a little too big here. All right, well, we're almost done. 1181 Petite Maman from Celine Sciamma. This is like one of the only Celine Sciamma films I've yet to see, actually. I've seen all her other ones, Girlhood, Water Lilies, Tomboy, of course, Portrait of a Lady on Fire, but I've not seen Petite Maman because Doctor Strange 2 cut this bitch out of the theaters, and that was so fucking sad and disappointing for me to see that happen. Wasn't able to see it, and then since then I've just kind of not felt the need to rent it. But I saw that Criterion is putting not only this, but My Life as a Zucchini in this. It's basically you're getting 2 movies for the price of 1 with that kind of deal. So, of course I had to pick this up, and I will let you guys know what I think about Petite Maman when I do watch it, because Celine is a queen. She's my girl. 1185 from the theme park guru himself, guys. After Hours, of course. Had to get this. I had to get this, of course. It's Scorsese. It's the man. It's the Marvel guy. I love him. And I love this film. I think it's one of the silliest Scorsese films he's ever made. And this one and The King of Comedy, they would make a perfect double feature. And they're they're like the black sheep of his filmography. Like, they don't fit, it feels like. Like, they don't feel like Scorsese movies. They're not mob flicks. They're not Leo helmed picks. Maybe also Bringing Out the Dead. That's another one that just really sticks out to me. But After Hours, such a great film. And has an amazing cast of, like, people that aren't really, like, A-list stars. Like, if this had De Niro in the role, like, this would not work at all. Like, this guy fucking owned his performance. What's this guy's name? They even show it. Griffin Dunn. Dude, he did a phenomenal job. I could totally see why the Safdie brothers would want to emulate this film for every single one of their films, because this is truly one of the best out there. Oh my gosh, guys. Okay, that was 30 minutes right there. And this is the haul. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna throw them all in a nice line. I got a little lazy and just like leaned them like that. But before I go, I want to tell you guys 5 films here that I think you should have in your collection real quick. Because, you know, you might be able to get these on Amazon for half off still. Might even be able to sneak in an eBay deal, because I just saw the Kotze trilogy go for like $14 on eBay the other day. Holy shit. So you might be able to steal a deal. Top 5 you should get. Number 1. Number 1, War and Peace. You should pick this up. This is by far one of the best films you could ever get in the collection. Number 2, I'm just going to throw this out here, Black Girl. You should pick up Black Girl, because not a lot of people have seen this film. It's African cinema. Come on. You know what? I do love... Okay, Ozu is just so iconic. I think you should pick up Tokyo Story for sure. And check it out, too. Is one of the best family dramas you'll ever see in your life, guaranteed. It's like the groundworks for Family Guy. This literally is, like, Ozu has scene transitions that are literally Family Guy. Seth MacFarlane literally watched Tokyo Story and was like, oh, bad. Double Indemnity. Oh my gosh. Because this is, like I said, one of the best 4K restorations you could pick up. Hands down, one of the best. And finally, guys, the last one that I would highly recommend you pick up from the sale. Oh my gosh. It's been right there all along.
I have been chosen.
Oh, hold up. I know for a second you thought I was gonna pick up Jellyfish Eyes, huh? No. I'm picking up Seconds.
But in time, they will join you in the sun, Cal.
Because, duh, you heard my spiel earlier. And just like that, the haul is done. That's it. Oh my gosh. Please, guys, let me know down in the comments which of these films you'd probably pick up the most. What did you pick up from the sale, too? Because I would love to know. I love reading what you guys have to say. But anyways, yeah, that's the haul, guys. Thank you for watching. And thank you for clicking on this video. Thank you for loving Jellyfish Eyes, the cinematic masterpiece that it is. And as always, hope you guys have a good day. Hope you watch a good film. It's been Bill, guys. Until next time, see you later.